participating, listening, watching for so many years. I think now I am nearing 70, and in the last 33 to 4 decades, I have attended many seminars, listened to many great people, and most of them say, and of late I have become rather sick of hearing certain things, like everybody starts with what Macaulay has done, Macaulay education has done, what Britishers has done, and their motives for distorting our education, and how they have distorted our history. That is where everyone starts when they talk about history, Indian history. But what we don't talk about is, what are we going to do about it? Britishers have left in 1947 baggage. And then it is more than 70 years. And what have we done to correct the so-called distortions of history? What is it we have done to present our generation with the true history of our nation? The sad fact is we have not done anything. We have become a nation of lazy people, idlers, who go on talking endlessly and do nothing. And this was okay when people like Sonia Gandhi or Manmohan Singh was in power, and we know they are all anti-nationals and they are anti-Indians, they are anti-Hindus and anti-culture. I can understand. But we are blessed with a government which is nationalist, which has the best traditions of our country in their heart, and you can't have a better Prime Minister than Narendra Modi. You can't have a party than Bharatiya Janata Party. You cannot have a political combination where Bharatiya Janata Party on its own commands so much of strength in the parliament that they could strike out Article 370 in a matter of 1-2 hours. They could remove it from the constitution. That is the strength they have, that's the power they have, that's the credibility they have. That's the credibility they have. So, what the question we have to ask is, when we have an excellent nationalist Prime Minister, an excellent government, nationalist government, and a Sangh Parivar, RSS and Sangh Parivar, who you cannot question their credentials. They can teach anybody any lessons in history. When you have this combination, what is it we have done as intellectuals to bring pressure on this government in the last 7 years that it has been in power to correct distortions? The sad fact is, we have kept idle, we don't do anything, we go on talking, we go on reciting like parrots about Britishers and Macaulay's. If only we have really understood, because time is running out. Already 7 years we have a nationalist government, and it would have really moved, it would have done anything if only there was pressure from people and there was pressure from intellectuals and a concerted agitation or a movement to say, to bring pressure on the government that we, India, we deserve a nationalist history. If only we bring that pressure, Narendra Modi would be the first person to move and the government would have moved fast. Because we have been sleeping, because they have so many things that are bothering their heads, these anti-nationalists, these communists, these Congress walas are not giving them time even to sleep. They are racking up one issue or another. They are trying their best to dislodge this government and bring back Italian Raj of Sonia Gandhi too soon. No one knows when our honeymoon ends, when we may be blessed with the again wretched government of Sonia Gandhi. If that comes back, for another 5 to 10 years, we will be going back to hell. When the government is there, the first was the distance. We all know about it. But because, I will tell you one example. You have Prakash Javadekar. I think he made a union minister has made an excellent statement in Parliament very recently. He said, in the last 6 years, 5 years, we have been in power, we have not changed a single lesson in textbooks of this, what is that, NCERT. He thinks that fool thinks it is a matter of pride for him to say that his government sitting there has not changed a single lesson of NCERT. Is it a matter, is it a certificate or a matter of shame for us? Because we know that when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was in power, Murali Manohar Joshi as HRD minister has made it a point like an Abhimanyu single-handedly he as minister and J.S. Rajput as NCERT director, they have waged a valiant battle. It is a matter of regret and eternal shame for us that at that time we have not risen to the occasion, we have not stood by him. All these communists pounced on him, all these leftists went out of the way to damn him. They have to stand alone, and ultimately still they have succeeded in correcting history. NCERT textbooks, lessons were changed. They have done a lot of things in the limited time they have. What happened? The government has gone. This Manmohan Singh government came, and Manmohan Singh government was supported by communists, and they have made it a point that whatever has been done by Murali Manohar Joshi and Vajpayee government, it has been undone. All these bloody lessons were again brought back. And happily, after 10 years, we have been ridden of this pain. This scourge has gone. So the first thing Narendra Modi government should have done is, they should have restored at least what the good things were done during Vajpayee regime, and undo whatever damage has been done by during Manmohan era. But this minister, HRD minister, says that we have not changed, we have no intention of changing. Because that fellow lacks a sense of history and a sense of responsibility, what are we doing about it? We should have made it a point, with all goodwill, with all our respect for this government, yet unless there is a saying in Telugu that unless a baby asks, even a mother will not give. Unless you ask, government will not move. We should at least know. We have Itihas Sankalna Samiti of RSS. They have done excellent service in the last so many decades. They have produced a lot of booklets, and many publications were there. They have done great service in correcting history. But service, it has been done. Our Kalyan Raman was there. He has done enormous service for the Saraswati River civilization. And we have done, and Kalyan Raman has brought out startling facts about Ramasi. And so many startling facts have been come out, proving the historicity of Dwaraka, Sri Krishna, and Rama, Sri Rama. But the thing is, all of these still do not find any place in our textbooks. Our people have been, our children are even today taught that Rama is a legend, Krishna is a legend, Puranas are mythology, they have no the historical basis, and the real history starts with the invasion of Alexander in 327 BC. And when you have facts to prove that India is as old as thousands of years, we have a recorded history time is running out. While this good government is there, let us all come together, organize seminars, and call for a national committee to bring out a history, nationalist history. We don't have a history as such which can be called authentic. Okay, R.C. Mazumdar has produced in Bhavan's Journal, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan has produced History and Culture of Indian People by R.C. Mazumdar. It was a great book, but it has its own limitations. Because at that time, if only our government commissions a study, it makes an all-out effort to get back history. We can really produce a history that will make our children be proud. Leelaji said about this, an anecdote about a story about Brahmin, goat and dog. It was okay when he was passing through a very secluded place or uninhabited, and if 4 rogues scheme that at different places, one after another, they will go after him to tell him that it is a dog he is carrying. If he is misled, we can understand. But what will you say if a Brahmin of the story now moves in a crowded city? 4 rogues tell him that he is carrying a goat. 4 rogues tell him it is a dog. And it is this farce is being witnessed by thousands of people, bystanders, and people on the streets, everyone. In front of everyone, this fraud is going on. Nobody talks about it. Nobody moves. And the Brahmin is carried away by the distortion of the rogues, and he thinks it is really a dog and drops it. That is what is happening today. Because these scholars, scoundrels who are in the guise of scholars, have done enormous damage to our history. The history you read today, you don't have any pride. If you go by the recorded or accepted or authentic or official history, you find nothing special about it. You don't feel proud of your heritage, don't feel proud of your country, proud of your ancestors. On the other hand, you will find hundreds of reasons to be ashamed of your people, you are ashamed of your ancestors, ashamed of your country, ashamed of your morals. It is a bundle of lies. So I can go on for endlessly, but Prabhakar, excuse me, the point to be noted is that number 1, we have to rise to the occasion. Please organize a series of lectures or subjects wise, and we have Sangh Parivar which will happily stand by us and will take this forward because it is their mission. Now that the situation is good, the conditions are right, let us make it a focused one. That is one thing I wanted to say. And Leenaji said it is better to remove Ajnan from our next generation. Before we do that, we have to remove Ajnan from our own generation. From our own, we are full of Ajnan. We don't know that is Ajnan. That is the problem. And India, as she said, India is in real danger of disintegration. There may not be any danger of slaughters like that happened in Kashmir or Pakistan or during Mughal era. But before our own eyes, India is disintegrating. Hindus have become lazy, non-serious, and they have never in history. I have been a student of history. I have written many history books. But in the last 2000 years at least, the Hindu society is in such a hopeless condition today. It was not the case earlier. Earlier times, even when Mughals were invading us, even when they were killing us, they were destroying our temples, Hindu society had the courage, Shastra, and then fighting spirit, and we were able, though there was no nationalist organization, there was no nationalistic command or anything. In every village, in every place, people have organized themselves and have given a befitting reply to the people who sought to destroy our temples, our culture, our religion. But the thing is, now we have become so docile. Our people do not care anything now. While the two Abrahamic religions are going out of the way by way of mischievous, illegal, absurd conversions to take away people, even though we are becoming a minority in every state after state, already in 8 states we have become minorities. In many states like Kerala and Andhra Pradesh, we are on the verge of being minorities. And it is the same story is repeating everywhere, but we don't care a damn. The people as a whole have become so callous. They have to be moved from the stupor they have fallen in. For that we have a role to play, and let us all realize the danger of it. Our only saving grace is we have an efficient government which can give all these people a run for their lives. They have the metal. Only thing is, let us organize ourselves, request our people, please go ahead, and at least on this history and culture front, let us do something solid before it is too late. That is my submission. I am sorry if I have strayed away from the role assigned to me, and instead of making concluding remarks, I am afraid I have made another speech, which was not the intention. So, thank you very much to bear with me. That these are all strictly my personal views. I do not belong to any organization. So, this is as a person who cares for dharma, who feels for it, feels for the country. These are the things that have been causing me a sleeplessness for so long. I just shared with them to you. I am thankful to you for giving me this opportunity to make this submission to you. Thank you very much.
Gurugaru, I want to give 2 updates to what he just said, what Sastry Garu just said. Can I? 2 updates. Gurugaru, yes. Can I give 2 updates and
Yes, please.
So he has said we are not doing anything. Number 1, there is somebody who's already gone to court about the NCERT syllabus that is being taught, because he's gone ahead with evidence saying that there is no proof anywhere that Mughals have given grants to Hindus to build temples. So he's gone to court for a revision of NCERT syllabus on that. The second update is the NIOS, which is the National Institute of Open Schooling. They have taken a decision that they will be teaching Ramayana, Mahabharata and some of the Hindu scriptures, including all madrasas. This will be taught to everybody going forward. So, I just wanted to give those 2 updates because as a sequel to what he just said, saying we are not doing anything, I thought I should let everybody know. Thank you.
You are on mute. You are on mute.
I just put myself on.
Yeah, unmute. Sastry Garu, really, you really hit the nail on the head, and you have caught the direct point which is required for the society now. And I'll just give an example. For this seminar, there were the registrations of 170, and the people attended not more than 35. 170 registrations, I was worried. My Google only 100 can take. How to accommodate this 170, I was worried. So the people came only 32. It's really disheartening to me. Last 5-7 years I am facing this problem. For teaching Sanskrit or for seminars, for these things, I give phone calls, I give emails, I give talk, I give personal messages. All these things doesn't, for all these people, many of the people are given direct messages. Other than the group messages, I sent the direct messages. Please come, please come. See the response. How to bring forward this lethargy and this tamas, how to bring the tamas to this sattvakam. They have to become from tamas to rajas and rajas to sattvakam. When they will come to the sattvic level, until the Shivaji time and Vijayanagara Empire, Shivaji time, Shivaji has revived a lot at that time. And these last 200 years, people have become totally bad because of this education system. Unless the education system, Sanskrit is brought back to the main fore, this cannot be achieved. So the main target is treating the roots. Start treating the education system. First treat the education system. This education has to revamp and this has to be done with immediate effect. And that probably there, as you said, the government is there with our government, but they are also doing, as Kalaji told, I have also seen those messages. Yes, there are some, see the activity of the opposition forces. Delhi riots, this riots and this farmers education. So many things are happening and they are so active. And why not our people are active? Why not the Hindus are active, as you said? Why these people are lethargy? Where from this lethargy is going on? How long these liberals will rule us? And don't you have blood in our this? Are you speaking water? This I am weeping for so many years in my heart.
Let me answer.
Shall I make an observation? Prabhakaran Garu, while your concern is valid, there is a silver lining in this. I have been observing this meeting. The all-time high attendance is 38. 38 people were present there. Even now there are 32 still sitting even after 2.5 hours. They are there, they are prepared to listen, they are prepared to talk. Because my experience of Zoom meetings is, when we start usually with 100 and we end up in less than 45 minutes, it drops down to 15 or 20. Okay. Because people have no time to think of serious things. So at least now you should congratulate yourself that you have brought together at least 32 people, 32 intellectuals who care, who are concerned. That is a starting point. Then, if you are really serious, give me another opportunity. I will speak more on Indian history and how I view it, what is to be done, because our house is on fire. We are all sleeping. Unless we move at least now, it will be too late. That's why I would like to share with you some more points afterwards. And let there be a full-fledged discussion. If at least 32 people, it will reach 3,200 in no time. Because we have so much of ammunition, so much things to say, so much of work on our shoulders. It will be very exciting and appealing to the next generation. How we do it? Let us think. I am a media man. I will tell you how to make it attractive, how to make it very competitive or interesting. But you join us, let us start something so that we will bring, at least we are more intelligent than these communists, more intelligent than these Islamists or paid artists of Congress regime. We are all nationalists, we are all patriots, we really care for our dharma. Only thing that is lacking is we lack a vision, we lack a clear clarity of thought. We don't know who will bell the cat. So we are waiting for somebody to bell the cat, and we are all and then allowing all kinds of rats to roam free. So sir, we are the cats.
Sorry, I would just like to.
Welcome, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your support. Definitely, we'll have your lecture. We have date and time so that we will arrange the next lecture of yours. Very nice of this, sir. And this is definitely is going to happen. And I am very happy, as you said, the right point what you said is, the 32 people, as you said, was they are continuing. Not only this seminar, last 10 seminars I conducted last 2 months. And many times, the people are staying back. Last seminar was about 67 people. 67 people are still there. Till up to at least 50 are there out of 67. So the people are there, happening. That's yes. Is there.
Couple of points to wait.